Hey y'all, old railroad captain back here again today, and getting some more work done on the railroad. We're gonna get this trestle installed today, so I got a good video for y'all. Hope y'all following along with me here, like what you see. Subscribe if you hadn't, like, share, all that good stuff. If you get a chance, go back and check out some of my other videos, my old ones here, older ones, where I'm working on the railroad here and how I'm building things up. And don't forget, check out my real trains. Got a bunch of those on there. Got some really neat, good shots, a whole lot of variety. So y'all get a chance to go and check them out. And let's get rolling here and get to work and get this trestle put in. Let's do it. Alrighty, we are gonna get this bridge installed. So we've got everything prepped. Like I said before, our abutments are ready. Already got everything marked for where we want to put this down at here. So we're going to put some glue down here. Pull more on that. Kind of an important thing here. So let's make sure we got enough on here that's going to do the job. Okay. Our bridge down here and lined up with our center line. Sure everything looks pretty good here the way we want it. Let's put a little pressure on here, get this to sit. Okay. Alrighty. I'll come through here, so let's get part of this off. And luckily, you know, the glue dries clear, so it's not gonna be a big deal. But let's not get it too much extra on here where we don't need it. Don't want to make too big a mess. There we go. All right. Now, probably a good idea to put something on here with a little weight to help hold it down. Some track nails here. It's got a little weight to it. And all right. So we'll give that some time to dry and do its thing, so we don't have to worry about it. And then we will come back and we will start putting in the rest of the cork, the road bed, get over the bridge trestle so that we can get our track laid. I got me some new intermodal containers here for my cars when I ordered my cork. So they were out of JB Hunt. I'm gonna get some of them next time because you see them more than you do anything. But I see a whole lot of these. I've got some videos of the real ones of these. So, but yeah, they're pretty sweet. Balance pretty good. Oh, and here's what 75 feet of cork roadbed looks like. Maybe that'll get me. I don't know. All right, we're set up here now, and we're gonna try to get our cork down here across the trestle that we just got installed. So we'll do one side at a time here. We got our glue, we got everything ready. Let's go ahead and get rolling with this. Go ahead and put in some glue. Tricky on here. We just gotta be careful. You don't want to hit the bridge that we just put that down, so it's gonna be, you know, it's not probably set good yet. You know, it's not had an hour on it yet, so I want to make sure that I don't hit it. A little tricky there. Careful here doing this. Make sure we've got enough on here too, because it's going down in those little creases and things in there where that was made for that other rail. So it's kind of eating up my glue here, and I need it on the top of it, of course. So you don't want to get started with this and have to come right back and pull it right back up again. And so we're gonna err on the side of having a little too much maybe this time, but I think it's gonna be okay. And I'm not sure if you can see it here as far as the camera, but I put a couple pins here till I know where I need to stop at. All right, that looks pretty good there. Alrighty. Like I said, be careful laying our track down here on our bridge. You got your center line there, so you can see right where you need to go, and then just line up the line on the other side of the bridge. And you'll know you've got it where you need it on the bridge, which the bridge is not much wider than the actual cork, so you're gonna be in pretty good shape. And here it's mashing it out just a little bit, so I know that it's catching good. And when we come in, if there was to be any sea, which it dries clear, so it shouldn't be a problem, but it just in case you saw a little something here, you know what, you're gonna ballast this anyways, right? So you know you don't have to worry about that. It's gonna have ballast on it when the time comes. Now I'm entering my curve here, so I got to make sure that I get my line where I need it. So I need to go ahead and start put a little pressure down here. You always want to do a little pressure with any kind of glue to kind of help seat it at first. You know, it needs to get a good bite on it of where it's got to go. There we go. All right. Let's get back here and get our get our pins in. This will keep it from taking off, of course, until it's good and dry. All right, got our glue ready to go for our other side here. Go ahead and get it down here. Get it pressed up against the first side of the cork that we just put down. There you go, about that, come on. This corner up here doesn't want to take off. Push pins in here and get them rolled. There we go. They're seated here. Felt like that bridge made a give just a hair there, so hopefully that's okay. It might not hurt to go ahead and double check it. If it is, we'll be able to go back after this is set up and fix this if we've got anything that's a little too much off, and it doesn't appear that way. It looks good. It might be just a hair, but you've got a little play in this. You want to get it as good as you can, because anything like this is going to help with the track. But I've also got enough glue under here, and it's got enough play, enough give here. I think we're going to be okay with that. This is staying on our line, so this is good. Now, probably wouldn't hurt to put something in here, put a little bit of a weight in here so that we'll make sure that that does seat. So I got me a piece of 2x4 here that's just a little bit longer than the bridge. And that's gonna, I have to move that out just a hair there. Okay. I'm a little bit of glue I'm seeing smush as I go through, which is good. You can tell that way that it's moving, it's bonding, so to speak, and it's doing what it needs to be doing. So this is a good thing. The bridge is still seated good. I've got a little bit there, but I'd say probably what that's done, it's run through there. That's not the actual, what was done before. That's done seated. All right, so push here on both sides of the bridge. Now this worked out pretty good because I already had this cut and I had to fool this. It was just a spare piece, but it worked out a good length for this. It's got a little bit on each side, so that way I know that most of my force is going to be hitting here, and that'll hold that up. If there is just a little bit of a swag or something in there, then when that dries and with the extra glue in it and whatnot, that should compensate for that. That feels good right there. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and put a little bit of weight on our ends here. And this right here should hold this down. Of course, I've set my other piece down here, my other one I used a while ago. Yeah. That doesn't weigh as much as that one does. I really need something a little heavier. There we go. And yeah, my AC makes the weirdest noises. Well, of course, it's the heat, but it's a heat pump. I'd say it's probably getting cold enough the reversing valve is flipping back and forth there. Makes it make a funny noise. And you can always go back here where you've got a little bit of extra of the, a little bit of your glue here. We'll just kind of we'll drag this along it on the side a little bit. And you know, once you do all your, you know, here I got a spot over here and kind of a little mess, and it really don't matter, man, because you think about it, you're gonna have to do your you know, your ballasting and everything else that's got to be done with your scenery and stuff, and that little glue there is not gonna hurt anything whatsoever, so it's fine. He just maybe might not wanted big clumps of it or something maybe, so we'll just go ahead and we'll spread it out a little here with the cardboard here. All right, now okay. We'll let this dry overnight, and tomorrow I can get that off there, and we'll get our pins out and our bridge, everything. And we'll double check and make sure everything's okay here, and we've got a good road bed, track bed ready to go down, and that way it won't be much longer. We'll be able to start getting some track out here and getting it laid down and put down. So not too bad too far so far, huh? So what do y'all think? Coming along, isn't it? All right, well, hang out with me and we'll be back, and we'll get some more done, and we'll just keep on railroading. Thanks a lot for watching. Okay, well, let this dry, and got our thumbtacks out, and I gotta say I'm happy with this. I think it looks pretty good. I believe when it's finished, it'll make a pretty good scene. Okay. Well, I've got another 3 foot of cork put down here. And I'll let that dry overnight before we take our push pins out. And so you can kind of see now it's starting to add up here a little. Looks pretty decent. And another day, another dollar spent on the railroad. It's moving along. Getting that cork down. I'll show you something that I thought was pretty interesting. Here's this is a 24-inch radius tool here, which was what I was going to attempt to do at one time when I very first started up here. I may have even laid a little track down there. Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit what I had. I may have had a couple of spots. I got away with a 20. I see where I put a 26 on there. Anyways, this is that would have been the best I could have done. Luckily, I had the room here. And to kind of give you an idea, I honestly don't know what these curves are out here. I adjusted them after I laid down. And I've got another video on there if you want to go back and check it out that kind of gives you an idea. And I was showing how to widen these curves out. And you can see here where I made my adjustments and got to make them a few spots even wider than they were. And that's what was done in here. Because if you'll look, you can see that this is a little bit wider, and then I had to fall back into my, about a 42, somewhere around a 42, 43 inch. It varies, having to do it with the level that I had to make up for that. It's on that other video if y'all want to go in there and check that out. But I just thought you'd get a kick out of this. This is a 24-inch radius, and these are to be used right dead center of the track. So, you know, here's my straight. You come off of a straight edge with it, which would be about right there. And then that gives you an idea of what a difference it is here. How much better this is now that I can run pretty much anything I want. Auto racks, if I want to get a passenger train, stuff like that. So even in my tightest curve, which started right along in here, this is going to be the tightest one I've got here to about here. And this is going to be about a 42 inch. And you can just see what a difference from a 24 to a 42 makes. It's just amazing. So if you have the room, go as big as you can go on these curves. You will really be glad that you did. All right. Well, we got quite a bit done here, and we're going to keep on going, see what else we can get done, and that'll be for the next video. So really glad y'all hanging out with me, following along, checking everything out. I sure do appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe if you hadn't, all that good stuff. So y'all take care. So glad y'all with me. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, be safe. We will catch y'all later. Thanks.